Welcome back to Adri's Homestead Life. In this vlog we are going to make a turkey stock from scratch. I am going through my freezer and I found 2 bags of turkey carcasses, neck, bone, you know, the bits what I've not used up making other dishes, like more the meaty and kind of part of it. So what I've decided to do, it's right behind me, it's in a roasting pan. I'll show you in a minute. I've put it in an oven just to roast it and get that extra flavor for about an hour. In the meantime, I've been to the garden and I've harvested the ingredients what we are going to put to make the turkey stock. So I've been harvesting parsley and celery from the polytunnel. I've been harvesting leek and carrot from the garden, and I went to the annex and I got some onion and garlic out. I've picked again the onions what started sprouting, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give it a little tidy up. I've tried to leave some skin on an onion and put the onion in whole or in half in the stock. That will give not just extra flavor but nice color as well to the stock. And I probably do similar with the garlic. I'm going to go through with all these celery and bits and bobs, all nicely washed now, but I'm just gonna scrape it and get it ready. Also, I'm going to put some, where did I put it? Oh, I put it in a big pot because I'm going to make the stock in this pot. So from the garden I picked a few bay leaves as well, and I put a quite good few sprinkle of mixed peppercorn. And I'm also going to put maybe a tablespoon of salt. And I'm going to simmer the soup for a good, probably through about 6 hours, and keep it off the heat on the floor overnight. Tomorrow go to the fridge, and the following day probably we're going to can it. So while then the fatty bit gonna risen to the top, I can scrape the top to make some other stuff, and we can can our beautiful turkey stock. So if you're interested how to make turkey stock, you're welcome to my kitchen. Let's go watch the vlog. Look how beautiful this turkey looks. It's all cooked. So I'm putting in this big pot. Actually, slightly cool down now. We are not going to waste this from the bottom of the tray. I will soak this for a bit, scrape it, and this is going to be part of the chicken stock. So we've already got peppercorn and bay leaves. I am going to fill this pot to good 3/4 with water. Let's get the rest of the vegetables ready. So they've all been washed. I'm just going to cut this few inches like that. I've got the compost bin next to me, so anything what we don't need will go there. I'll probably leave this in half, or some of them in whole like that. All this looking good. That will give a lovely colour and flavour to our stock. Perfect. So parsley, celery and leek is done. Can go to our stock. And I'm just going to peel and scrape this carrot. This is from the garden. No, we've had -9, -5, 6 degrees Celsius, and so survived. They're not perfect, but absolutely perfect to make a stock. It's very windy, so it's gone mild suddenly compared to the frost, but it's very windy today, and next few days gonna be very windy and rainy. But the sun's out and temperature's up, so it's not bad. I'm scraping off all this goodness from this roasting pan, and that will go to the stock with the parsley, celery, carrot and leek for now, and I'm going to get ready the onion and the garlic in a minute. So we can pour this in. That will give some amazing flavor to our stock. In goes the rest. Now we're going to fill this up with water. I've got 6 litres here for now. That's 4. 5 and 6. Give it a good stir and leave this here covered for a bit. Let's go get the garlic and onion ready. That's the feng shui overwintering onion. We've already got this in our garden. I'll show you in January garden tour how is it doing in this frosty weather. So I'll take the few layer off, but I don't take all off. I'll leave some on, some of the layer. That will give some benefit to our turkey stock. I think one is enough, you know. Because it's massive. Perfect. You know, I think I just cut it in half, not all the way through, and that can go to the soup. I'm going to do the same with this garlic. Going to pull them in, maybe in like cloves, but don't take all the skin off. They started to sprout as well now, so this time we come into end of January. all the garlic and the onion sprout slowly. So it needs to be used up really. So that's why I like to freeze dry or dehydrate these onions and garlic and turn it to a garlic and onion powder, what I will be showing you very soon. And all these leftovers will go to my compost. That's another job we need to do this month, turn our outside compost. Now it's a bit mild, we can nicely turn it and let's see how that goes. I'm actually really curious. Okay, I think that might be enough, you know. Yeah. It's like 2 handfuls of cloves will go in and 1 onion. The rest we can put to our storage here. Use it up soon. We're gonna make something else. Just add in a tablespoon of salt and give it a good stir. I've just added another 4 liters of water, so now we've got 10-liter water in this pot. I'll bring it up to a boil and then I'm going to move it to the simmering side for 5 hours. I thought of another project while we're waiting on that stock. I actually just checked the pasta and the pasta is nearly dry. The noodle sheet, it's nearly dry. A lasagna needs maybe 1 more day. But now we are going to make a homemade sourdough breadcrumbs. I make these breadcrumbs now for years, but just recently thought of flavoring it. So last year I started flavoring it with garlic. It's not powder, but you know, when I make a garlic powder and I like to sieve it through again in the little bits, this tiny ball size leftover, I usually just leave it in a separate little jar to flavor any dish. But I thought if I mix that together with the breadcrumbs, that could give us an extra flavor when we gonna come to use the breadcrumbs. And that's right, I really enjoy now using our garlic breadcrumbs. And I just thought of another variety. I've got this dried onion and życiowa pepper. The życiowa pepper is that we make the smoked paprika powder with, and I've done the same things with the onion and the życiowa pepper. When I make the powder and I sieved it through, and those little bits, like tiny granules, left over, I've mixed that together, and I think this would make an amazing onion and pepper sourdough breadcrumbs. So that's exactly what we are going to do today. I've been making so many sourdough bread lately, so I've got plenty in the freezer, plenty for fresh eating, and plenty leftovers. So I don't want to get to that stage when they start to be moldy and then I'll have to chuck them, you know, to the chickens or have to discard it, the whole lot. So I'm really enjoying making sourdough breadcrumbs. What I do, I just cut it these few inch pieces, slices, and then I'm going to put this through my blender until it becomes like a biggish size of crumble. And then I'm just leaving it behind me on the aga in a cookie tray. until it's bone dry. And we've got our breadcrumbs. You can make your breadcrumbs, you know, as the size, I mean, it's up to your taste. I like it in quite small pieces. So I'm just gonna get a dish to transfer it to the blender. I have removed now the turkey stock to the simmering side of the oven behind me, and I keep my eye on it. I give it a stir every 20 to 30 minutes. Let's go to the blender. So this is roughly about the right size what I'm looking for, and now we're just going to put this in a cookie tray and dry it out. So nice and dry. And dry it out in this one. I will probably put a few more to this, and I just keep my eye on it. I give it a stir every day. This is done within a few days, and then we can flavor it. Also, I'm going to make boiled egg today as well. I've got so many eggs. I've collected 10 this morning, and all these different lovely colors. So I've got 18 in here. I'm going to make 18 boiled eggs. I'll share it with my animals. Chicken loves it, dogs love it, and we love it too. Just as a snack, you know, when you feel a bit peckish and you don't want to grab to chocolate or crisps or something naughty, I say, just go and grab and get a boiled egg. Put a bit of salt on it, and it's a yummy treat. Also, we can make all sorts with boiled eggs. I have got plenty full of homemade mayonnaise to use up, so we can make something salady, something tuna mayo boiled egg, or something like that. Okay, so I'm just going to put half a teaspoon of salt, fill it up with water, and that can go to the boiling side of my agar. Welcome back to my kitchen. It is 2 days later, and now the breadcrumbs, the sourdough breadcrumbs, are beautifully dried on agar. Took it off this morning so it's cooled down, and now we are ready to make the onion and pepper breadcrumbs. Half a cup, 1 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, and I'm gonna put 1/4 of a cup of this onion and dried pepper mixture. Made this together last year. Oh, it smells delicious. And I've got clean hands, and I'm going to mix this up. And just like that, we've got onion and pepper flake breadcrumbs. So we can coat chicken, turkey, breast, you know, ready to go. I'm just going to put this in this mason jar, put the lid on, label it what it is, and be good. looks like this. Looks very pretty. I swapped the lid, this plastic lid, labeled it, and I'll do the rest. Perfect. I'll put the rest to this garlic breadcrumb mixture. I will label it, give it a good mix. Somewhat extra we put on it and it's done. So it's onion and życiowa pepper. It is Tuesday today and we've made this turkey stock broth on Sunday. So Sunday night 10 o'clock I took it off the heat, and most of the day Monday I left it out until it cooled down. It took nearly a whole day, or a good half day, this pot to cool down to the temperature, so I was safe to put to the fridge. Monday afternoon I've put it in a fridge and now it's really cooled down, obviously fridge temperature, and now it's Tuesday lunchtime. I am taking off the fat bit from the top. It's not too much actually, but I don't like to can too much fat on broth and stocks, because tomorrow we're going to pressure can this beautiful turkey stock. So I think we're nearly done. It wasn't too bad. Sorry about my dogs. And also what we can do to get ready to strain this stock. So what we're gonna do tomorrow, we're going to heat this up until it comes up to close to a boil. I'm gonna use quart jars like this. I've got them ready. Put it through the dishwasher, and when it gets, dishwasher cycle finishes, the jars will still be warm, and I'm gonna put the hot soup to the hot warm jars, and we're going to pressure can it. So if I strain this through today, that's one more less step I need to do tomorrow. And what we strained off now, this little fatty stock, we can use this up to make rice or just flavor other dishes. First I'm trying a new active fry. I'm just gonna put some avocado spray. So that's our homegrown chips from last year. And then we're going to put this on the top. This is jewel. I've never had that before. I only had a single. So let's see what our dinner's gonna look like. So this is the dinner. That's the sausage, what was on the top of the active fry, and that's the chips. I've just turned on the freeze dryer, and we're going to freeze dry dog food today. So we've got some raw and cooked turkey meat. It's nearly ready. So cool in vacuum chamber, wait 15 minutes before you load trays. Now I've got 45 seconds to go, and then we're going to load the freeze dryer. I'm going to close the valve, open the door, put the 4 trays in there and press start. It's the first project of this year, so The food, they're already pre-frozen. I've closed the drain valve and now press continue. And that's it. The freeze-dried dog food is ready. It's bone dry, still a bit warm. Just literally took it out of the freeze dryer. So we've got cooked meat, and also I've got raw, freeze-dried. Just breaking it up so I can put them in the jar. Or I might put some in this bag and some in the jar. Just gonna give them a good crumble. So easy to serve. You can hear the freeze dryer now defrosting. Just turn it on defrost. Right, so let's fill this jar. It smells gorgeous. I'm canning the turkey stock today. So hot stock to hot jars, inch headspace. I'm just wiping with some white vinegar on this towel. And I'm just wiping the rim. Put them in a pressure canner for 25 minutes. I am working on another project, making rug. In this case, I weaved two different colored wool together. I chose red, yellow, and green. I will show you the end result. This is so cool. We are turning our compost, so this is the ready compost. It's a bit moist, all the rain we had, but I'm going to move this down to a dry place, sieve it through, and I will be using this for the garden this year. For lunch we're going to finish off that beautiful turkey soup left over I've made couple of days ago now. So we finish it off, and we're going to have this slice of sourdough bread with it. I've just baked this morning. Let's see what it looks like. Turkey stock is ready. It's all beautifully sealed. I wiped it, I marked it, turkey stock January 2024, and this is now ready to go on a pantry shelf, and we've got 7 quart jars. Just would like to show you that rug we made another day, how it turned out. I have decided to put front of the door. I think it looks good. I can't wait to start another project. Okay, so the stock turned out amazing. I think we've managed to do 7 quarts of turkey stock, and that's all on a pantry shelf now, ready to use when we need it. The leftover I've made a beautiful soup with, so we ended up another 2-3 liters of beautiful soup. I've used up the noodles, what we've made another day. That was delicious, the sourdough noodles in the turkey soup. And also used up some of the meat and the carrot, the celery, the parsley. Did we put parsley? I think we had some parsley in it as well. And it was delicious. Really, I really enjoyed it. It's the best soup, turkey soup you ever had. So I haven't tried out the onion and pepper, smoked paprika pepper sourdough breadcrumbs yet. I would like to coat some chicken or turkey breast with it and make like a fried chicken or turkey breast with chips or mashed potato. The compost, I'm so happy with the compost. I try to work out, I think I need to monitor a bit better or write down when we turn the compost, because I'm not sure if you turn the compost enough. So I honestly cannot remember the last time we've turned it, and ideally the more you turn the compost, the quicker and a better result you have. So, but I am very happy. So the one what we've got ready now, that'll be just amazing for seed sowing. I'm going to sieve it through to have these fine little crumbs. So because you know the small seeds, so I'm gonna use that for sowing seeds from next month onwards. And the second half, it's gonna be ready for me when it's time to pot in on, and when it's time to plant the garden. And a third, that biggest pile, it's gonna be ready probably later on the year. So yeah, fingers crossed we don't need to buy anything to give us a good start of growing season. Regarding to compost, what else we've done? I made some notes so don't leave anything out. Oh, the rug! I showed you little bits of videos how I enjoy making these new rugs, my new hobby. I really enjoyed it, and the colors I've used, actually I've made a mistake in the video. I've 2 different colors, actually it was 3 different wool, but it's like a Caribbean color. I absolutely love it. And the freeze drying project, the first freeze drying project of the year, I've made dog food, so turkey, the leftovers of the turkey, and I've tried cooked and raw meat, and my dogs absolutely love it, and I think it's a very nutritional supplement for their diet. Well, I hope you enjoyed spending time with me the past couple of days, and see you very soon. Bye friends.